There is nothing like some joyful music to wake up your soul, turn on your cameras. We have a lot of information to cover, and welcome to our first official session of Wake Up Wednesday. So for everyone joining us, a little backstory of how we got this started. We realized really your weeks start and end on the weekends, and Wednesdays are these weird days that kind of after the weekend, you start on Monday, and kind of is that day that I find that you want that quick momentum to finish the week strong and get momentum through the weekend. So our goal was simple, is to give you the most actionable information in 15 minutes or less. So as I think through the landscape of 2023, we're literally living through the most historical changes that we've ever had in this industry. So today I made for you a tracker and something you guys could use to improve your productivity every single day. So I'm going to go through this in the end, and I want you to start thinking about how you're planning out the remainder of 2023, right? So the things that are most important are your morning routines, your evening routines, the time that you purposely plan in advance to take off for yourself, times with family, vacation. And then you want to back that out into what are my business activities? How do I improve my performance every day? And what is my skill building roadmap? Now, if you had something simple that taught you how to program this into your life, would it make your life and business better? Yes or no? Raise your hand if you say yes. All right, cool. So let me share my screen, and I'm going to walk you through this in the next 14 minutes. So this is what I call the Q4 roadmap to success. Now, I've taken everything that I've ever learned in human performance, coaching, how we get the most out of the most productive agents, and the best things I've seen in the most successful entrepreneurs. So essentially, everything starts with your morning routine, but where everyone gets stuck is this whole concept of 0 to 1. So all I want you to do is just stick in dates if it's applicable. What's the activity, right? I would write work out. You could write read a book. Whatever it is, you're just going to list the activity, the frequency, you mark off the days you want, and then simply just add it to your calendar. That's all I want you to do. And when you start thinking through this, the most amazing thing happens. When you actually start blocking your time, planned and purposefully, you have a lot more free time. Discipline equals freedom, consistency equals confidence. Then the next thing that I want you all to think about are what are the important things in your life? You could put in breakfast, help with kids, things for work, days off. And this is where I want you to list all the holidays and everything. And again, add it into your calendar, right? This is mine, and we'll give you guys all something that you can make a copy of in the recap email that we send out. Business activities, prospecting, role playing, networking with compass agents. List out all the things you need to do, and then literally like a word bank, make all the things you need to add. Check emails, go on appointments, whatever it is, coaching. Put all these in there, and there are 3 types of activities. There are proactive activities, reactive activities, and fixed activities. Now, a proactive activity is anything defined as something you're doing that's planned and purposeful towards your business goal. So prospecting, networking with compass agents, building out a marketing campaign. These are all proactive activities. Now, think about it like this. We all have a future self, right? A person 3, 6 months, a year from now needs the person you are today to do a certain set of activities. Now, if your day is fixed with reactive activities, then you know that you need to make adjustments in your schedule. And that's where people's dips in incomes come. And then there are fixed activities, right? An activity can be proactive and fixed. Like prospecting should be a fixed activity. So once you can commit to doing something consistent in your schedule, it becomes a fixed activity. The goal is to start proactive activities that eventually become fixed. But this is a simple way to think through how we use our time. Our daily improvement tracker. Now, let me explain to you, for some of you that I've never met before, how your brain really works. Now, everything that's in your brain is governed and controlled by emotions. That's why you could take the craziest idea in the world and it makes sense in your head. You're like, okay, this kind of makes sense. Write it down on a piece of paper. You're like, okay, this is crazy. Because when you write things down, they're governed by logic. So if you look at these three key performance indicators, it will continue to improve your business every single day. Number one, what income producing tasks did I accomplish today? Income producing tasks are defined as things that you are doing to create income that does not exist. So going on a listing pitch, taking out buyers, people think are income producing activities. In the way that we define them at Chirag Shah Coaching, they're not, because the business exists today. As a salesperson, you constantly need to be in conversations and doing activities that create new income. So you'll want to write what income producing activities you did each day. Now, what happens is the next day when you review this, if you realize you didn't do anything, it will prompt you to do something. You ever have that great to-do list and at the end of the day, like the list is still this big, you want to go home, you want to see your family, you want to do something for yourself. And you're like, well, I should have done this, I would have done this, I could have done this. This is where you list the distractions. Now, the next thing is Monday morning quarterback. What do you do differently? See, one of the challenges in improving our performances, it's not tracked. What's tracked can be measured and improved. If it's not tracked, every day you keep going through the same things. So if you look at a distraction and you look at your brain and you look at your life, it's like a giant ocean. And identifying distractions is like trying to find a rock in an ocean. It's very hard to find. Now, when you write them down each day, they turn into these massive boulders that anyone could see from miles away. So what happens is this: if you're going to answer these three questions, what income producing activities did I do today? Assume you did none, right? I'd write none. Then what distractions got my way? Spent too much time on social, reacted to emails, took an unscheduled call with a client that put me in a bad mindset. Like, what will you do differently tomorrow? And then you're going to write this. Be disciplined in my time blocks. Turn off notifications during time blocks, right? Don't answer the phone every time it rings. So here's what happens. You'll go through this and write this at the end of the day. This literally takes 10 minutes or less. And the next day, Martha, right, when we start this, we're going to want to go on here and we're going to say, okay, yesterday I did nothing to produce income. Let me check my schedule and make sure that I have something so that I have income in the future and I'm creating new business. What distractions got in the way? Social media, unscheduled client calls. I kept checking my inbox. And if you have not checked out the social dilemma, please do. It'll drastically help you with these types of habits. What will I do differently? I'm going to be disciplined with my time blocks. I'm going to turn off my notifications. The most amazing thing happens. I've been doing this with clients for 5+ years. It does not take 3 weeks at most. It doesn't even take 3 weeks to get rid of any bad habit, because you're constantly seeing it and eventually your brain's gonna get frustrated of doing it. And now you actually have a mechanism to deal with it. So it's like if an alarm goes off in a bank, they have a whole process that happens. The same thing happens for your brain. So the whole purpose of this is to see what you accomplish each day and track and measure and grow your productivity daily. Time in, time out. Now, the next thing is a skill building roadmap. The most important skill that you have as an agent is talking to people. Real estate agents are in denial about being salespeople, like alcoholics are in denial about being alcoholics. We are all salespeople. You get paid when you sell something on commission that makes you a salesperson. That's what you do. How you do it as an advisor, as a consultant, is two different things. So if you look at the DOJ, NAR lawsuits, Anywhere has settled, Remax is settled, this whole landscape is going to shift. So the people that can clearly, concisely, and quantifiably share their value proposition, answer objections, which are just client concerns, are going to be the ones that win. There's going to be a massive shift in who people choose to hire. So I want you guys all to build out what I call a skill building roadmap. If we all did this the day we started, we would effectively earn hundreds of thousands, in many of our cases, $1 million plus more dollars in our career. And the first one that I'll give you guys a quick script on is what makes you different than other agents. Now, sleep tracker. Sleep is so important. We want to anchor in a solid evening and morning routine so you can start tracking your target bedtime, your actual bedtime, target wake up, actual time, and you can start seeing how much sleep you have and how it relates to your productivity. This is the most simple thing that you can do. And literally it's plug, play, add it to your calendar, track and measure it every day. Is this something that's complicated? If anyone feels this complicated, please tell me. Is this simple? This will improve your business drastically. If you follow this through the rest of the year and for the rest of your career, you'll have massive momentum. Steven, I'm going to unmute you.
Yes, I'm here. How are you? Good morning, everyone. Wait, I can't hear you now.
Steven has been in coaching now for 1 month.
Yes.
Right? He's in the MJR group in Miami. So if you ask Steven this simple question, Steven, what makes you different than other agents?
Chirag, I'm more than happy to tell you what makes me different. I'm happy to share you guys with my, sorry, asking the question again. I just had a brain
Steven,
fart.
what makes you different than other agents?
Chirag, if you want to know what makes me different, I'm more than happy to share with you the names and information of 3 to 5 people that I've worked with successfully. Some may or may not have worked with other brokers, but more importantly, Chirag, what kind of experience are you looking for when you partner with an agent to sell your home?
Done. Can we all say that to people? 100%. So in the 3 minutes I have, because I want to keep this in 15 minutes or less, Steven learned this literally in a month. We all have access to the same information. When somebody asks you what makes you different, essentially the person is saying, do you have what I'm looking for? But they're not salespeople, nor will they ever exactly tell that to you. When you shift the conversation to experiences, it focuses on the other person and what they want. If you answer this question, it turns a collaborative conversation into a boxing match. Because once you start saying what makes you different, as a human being, how can you share the experience that another person has and how that's different than somebody else? You can't. Yeah. You want to meet people where they are and then give them the exact experience that they are looking for. But if you answer this, you'll say, oh, it makes me different as this. And what about this? And what about this? And it just goes into a confrontational dialogue. So that's the skill. And we'll give you the script in the recording that we want you to practice. All right, so this is how Wake Up Wednesday works. This is quick. This is actionable. We'll give you this template. We'll continue to work in it. We gave you one script that you guys all can use. And does everyone feel like this was a good use of 15 minutes? Hit yes in the chat if you did. Cool. And look, that's what I have for you today. So welcome I hope that this was new for some of you and for the same people that are a lot of the people here in our coaching community. This is simple. This is actionable. And look, you want to build a foundation that you could scale. So my ask to you is simple. This is the most challenging time many agents have had. Nationally, most people's businesses are down 30 to 50%. We want to help as many people as possible. Next week, when we do this, please share this and invite a friend. And then use your friend as an accountability partner. Find somebody either in your office that you see every day that you can do the work together, or in another market that you could build a referral relationship with. Look, what I know is if each person recommends and brings a friend each week, we can help more people. And that's the end of this. Mavis, you have a question.
Sorry, it took me a while to get over to my unmute. I had a quick question, not on this, on the 1-day thing that you're doing. Where is it going to be?
Right here in our office in Westport, Connecticut. So
okay,
we're
so
doing,
me, I'd have to stream.
Yeah, so we're doing, for those of you who are wondering what it is, we're doing our first event just open to everybody in our office. We built an amazing space. We have an event space, we have a bar, we'll have a happy hour, but literally it's 8 hours with me where you could join from live stream, or you could come here in person and network with people. We'll bring in some of our top agents that we work with, but in the 8 hours, we're going to give you every script, dialogue, email template, and thing you need to deliver the perfect listing presentation over and over and over again.
And it's on a great day, October 18th, right?
Yep. It's October. So I believe that is the date. So thank you. And so look, if you want to join and find more information, we're happy to send you the information. But the whole goal of this was just to make this simple. So your action item, to be clear, my coaching hat is on, is go in here and start filling this out and redo your schedule. The first thing you want to do is block off all of your personal time and then back in your work activities and just focus. So next week, we'll go through a different variation of this, but this will be our foundation. And we're excited to see you next week. And I hope I can count on you each to just bring one more new person.
And
Sounds
so the new person doesn't have to be enrolled in any Chirag Shah.
No, this is 100% free program. So our goal is just to grow this into a massive group of people that want to take 15 minutes each week and just grow their business. All right, everybody, as always, with love in my heart, I love you all. Thank you so much for joining our first session. We will recap this in an email with some notes. We'll send this template cleaned up to you, and you guys will get the email by the end of the day. And Lindsay and Eve are asking, the listing presentation is a paid event. So if you want to come in person, it's $600. If you want to do the live stream, it's $250. Y'all get access to the recording for a period of time, all of my scripts, email templates, things that you can actually use in your pitch. So it's our way of trying to make sure that you have everything you have through the end of the year and going forward, because a listing pitch seems to be something that most people still have not figured out in their life. So the goal of this session, though, was not to talk about our event, was just to give you this template, to give you the stuff. So if you guys have any questions about it, I'm going to put my personal email in here. Just email me and I am happy to connect with you. All right, I'm 2 minutes over. I love you all. Have a great day, and we'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.